Thousands of years ago, Chinese emperors sent expeditions into some of the harshest, most remote mountain regions on Earth in search of a single plant. This wasn't a casual journey. These were dangerous, resource-heavy missions into cold, unforgiving terrain just to bring back something they believed was incredibly valuable. They called it the Golden Root. In Siberia, this same plant was so prized that people traded it for wine, fruit, and honey. Warriors used it before battle. Newlyweds were given it as a gift to promote strength, resilience, and fertility. That plant is Rhodiola Rosea. And even today, thousands of years later, it's still considered one of the most powerful herbs for stress, energy, and recovery. But the real question is, does it actually work? And if it does, what can it realistically do for you? The problem, modern stress, is constant. Let's start with something most people can relate to. Your body is designed to handle stress, but only in short bursts. If you were running from danger, your body would release adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart rate would increase. Your focus would sharpen, then once the threat was gone, everything would return to baseline. That's how it's supposed to work. But today, stress doesn't come in short bursts, it's constant. Deadlines, work pressure, for sleep, financial stress, notifications, noise. Instead of turning off, your stress response just stays on. And over time, that leads to mental fatigue, poor focus, low energy, burnout, and disrupted sleep. A lot of people describe it as feeling wired but tired. And that's exactly where something like rhodiola comes in. Rhodiola isn't a stimulant. It doesn't just push your energy higher like caffeine. Instead, it's part of a group of herbs called adaptogens. Adaptogens work by helping your body adapt to stress more efficiently rather than forcing it in one direction. Think of it less like stepping on the gas and more like improving your engine. Rhodiola contains key compounds, primarily rosavins and saladroside, that appear to support how your body regulates stress hormones like cortisol. So instead of overreacting to stress and staying stuck in that high alert state, your body becomes more balanced and responsive. This is where things get practical, because most people don't care about mechanisms, they care about how they're going to feel day to day. When rhodiola works well for someone, the effects usually show up like this. You feel more steady, not overly stimulated, not jittery, just more level. Your energy becomes more consistent throughout the day, especially in that mid-afternoon window where most people crash. Mentally, things feel a bit clearer. You're able to focus longer without burning out as quickly. And one of the biggest things people notice, they handle stress better. The same situations that would normally spike anxiety or frustration feel more controlled. This is where rhodiola really stands out. When you're mentally exhausted, it's not just about being tired, it's about reduced capacity. Rhodiola has been studied for its ability to support cognitive function under stress and fatigue. And in real life, that translates to less mental fog, better concentration, and improved resilience during long or demanding days. This is why it's often used by people in high-pressure jobs, students during intense study periods, or anyone dealing with burnout. Historically, rhodiola was used by people living in extreme climates, places where endurance wasn't optional. Today, it's still used for similar reasons. Some research suggests it may help reduce perceived fatigue and support recovery after physical or mental strain. One of the most interesting things about rhodiola is how many different cultures discovered it independently. In Mongolia, it was used for brutal winters. In Eastern Europe, as a tonic for stamina. In ancient China, it justified full expeditions. If you're thinking about trying rhodiola, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, its different forms. You'll usually find it as capsules, liquid, or powder. Second is timing. Rhodiola is often best taken earlier in the day, since it can feel mildly stimulating for some people. And third is consistency. This isn't something you take once and feel instantly. As an adaptogen, it tends to build over time. It's not a miracle fix, but it is a tool, and it's one that can help your body handle stress in a way that feels more sustainable. If you're interested in learning more about herbs like this, subscribe to the channel. This is Creatures Botanical. I'll see you in the next one.